Talron's Tactics.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Talron's Tactics Episode 2. I am truly sorry about the delay of the second episode being released. I just wanted to personally thank everyone for your positive feedback and suggestions regarding my first episode of Talron's Tactics. I hope by watching my first episode of Talron's Tactics that I helped a few of you out regarding how to destroy an enemy's AMS Sunday and be more effective with this tactic by using the kamikaze/ejection seat. Let's get down to business though, gentlemen. This episode is primarily going to focus on the Harasser, one of the most fun, exciting, and kick-ass vehicles currently in Planetside 2. Out of all the vehicles, this is by far my favorite. The Harasser, with its maneuverability and unpredictability, is a run-and-gun type of vehicle, which is why I think I love it so much. As you all know, my approach to Planetside 2 has always been super aggressive tactics with high risk, high reward, with a run-and-gun philosophy, which makes the Harasser portray this role perfectly. This episode of Talron's Tactics will give you insight on how to be an effective Harasser driver, gunner, and how you can pimp your Harasser out to the max. In addition, I will be telling you what weapons and performance slots you need in your Harasser to be a godlike killing machine on that battlefield. First, let's talk about the gunning position. When being a gunner in a Harasser, communication is vital between you and your driver. You must always let your driver know when you are low on ammo, reloading, and targets you are engaging. Be self-aware of your surroundings and encourage your driver to engage the enemy or pull out for repairs. As you can see in this video, I am using the Marauder as my weapon and letting my driver know when I am reloading. Also, when things are getting too hot for us, I am letting him know to reverse so I can repair him and get the Harasser back to full health. You should always be an engineer if you are gunning in the Harasser. When your driver reverses, you can repair their Harasser by switching to Seat 3 and using your repair tool. Aim your repair tool to the top right or top left at the back of the Harasser. You just need to find the sweet spot, and it takes a little practice to always find it right away. As you can see in this video, my driver and I have flanked the Vanu position. We have set up a squad waypoint where we believe the enemy Sunderer is located. Infantry is pouring out of the Sunday, and we are in perfect flanking position to start engaging the Vanu. Harassers are amazing vehicles for ambushing and quick run and gun tactics. When things start heating up, we use the low points in the valley and the rocks as cover for our repairs. It is vitally important that you get space between infantry and your Harasser. Do not stick around an area for too long. Always, always, always have your Harasser moving and never as a sitting target. If you can, try to have both of you repairing their Harasser together when you feel the area is semi-safe to do so. Use the rocks, mountains, or trees for cover. Remember, the environment is your friend, and that might make the huge difference between keeping your Harasser alive or being blown up by multiple rockets. Now let's talk about driving. The Harasser is so much fun to drive. This is the only vehicle that can survive multiple flips and barrel rolls, making it almost feel like a daredevil vehicle in a sense when you have control of that wheel. The battle for Crimson Bluff Tower has moved on to the Palisade. Terran Republic forces have moved into the Palisade and have started engaging on A Point. Despite being down 2-to-1 odds against Vanu, I have positioned my Harasser on an overwatch of A Point. I decided to move my Harasser down to the left side of the point, relieving pressure and making it easier for TR infantry forces to hold. My Harasser is in a perfect position for a choke point if Vanu decide to rush into the control point. This has enabled my gunner to mow down enemy Vanu crossing from the respawn. As you can see, I am always panning out my surroundings and using my third-person camera perspective in my Harasser to check all angles of enemy movement. In addition, I am communicating with my gunner and watching for enemy movement if they decide to try to flank us. You need to be constantly aware of properly positioning your Harasser into an appropriate flanking position against infantry. The more aware you are of your surroundings, the more effective you will be in your Harasser. Left side. Now, let's take a look at what I have inserted in for my Harasser. First, I use the M40 Fury. The reason I use this gun is because I like the damage it gives over the Marauder. I have thermal optics, magazine size, and ammo capacity on this Fury. For my utility, I have my turbo maxed out. Defense is composite armor, and my performance is Scrapper Combat Chassis. For dealing with tanks, I use the Halberd. I have also run with the Vulcan, which is awesome against air and tanks. I personally like the Halberd as it fires armor-piercing missiles. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it with the firing mechanics on the Halberd, but once you master it, you can be a thorn in any tank's side. Recommendations would be to work on your top gun first. Pimp that thing out before you move onto your utility, defense, and performance. Try to distribute your certs evenly across the board for your Harasser. I personally went the route of spending my certs into defense for Composite Armor 4, which reduced attack by 20% and C4 by 60%, which is huge for keeping up my Harasser. Have fun while you're in the Harasser. As the name implies, it focuses to annoy people and make life difficult for your enemies. Find the right gun that suits you. You may like the Marauder over the Fury or Halberd over the Vulcan. Remember to find the right gun that feels right and attracts to your playstyle. Practice being a gunner and a driver. Find a buddy that enjoys the Harasser as much as you and start working on your team play. Focus on repairs in the third person seat and communicating. You will be surprised how much you improve by just working on these simple things. Well guys, that's it for Talron's Tactics Episode 2. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have thoughts or comments for my next episode, please write it in the YouTube comments below. Thanks for watching. If you happen to be in Vegas for the SOE live event this August 1st to 4th, come see me. I will be there and I'd love to meet you. Cheers guys, and stay frosty.